Bobby Hurley, Alston Mason joining us. Thank you for the time, guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of emotion. I'm sure for Arizona with senior night, last home game, and they're having a really good year. I thought got a lot of proud of my guys, how we fought, how we battled. Cut it to 3 there. It's 89-86, I think, and we had our chances. The bottom line is that we're just we're undermanned, we're outgunned. We don't have anybody. Once Sean and Bashir both had 4 fouls, it became very difficult for us to manage the rest of the game, to help these guys, get a rebound. He was outstanding today. I just told Mace, he was as good as any guard I've brought in here to play a game versus Arizona on the road, and he unbelievable, individual performance. And we played well. I mean, to get 100 points, I just, with some of the lineups we have out there, I think it's amazing what these guys are doing right now.
Questions? Front.
Can you talk about Adam Miller? Obviously, was it the hip injury and he tried to go and just could not?
Yeah, he's got a hip pointer. He's got a bruise in there, a pretty good bruise, and he went through limited yesterday in practice. Today he did some stuff at shoot around, and he wanted to go. And obviously, once you're doing what we're doing in practice and in a game, it's a little bit different. So you could see right away that he so we just took him out and shut him down.
How difficult is it when you're not getting positive results for guys to stick together and still come into an environment like this and keep the game?
Well, that's why I have a lot of respect, Doug, for them, and because it's very easy just to let go of the rope and feel sorry for yourself or not compete. And these guys have done it. They've stayed together through all the chaos that we've had and a lot of unfortunate things that have gone on. And but they're particularly Mace has shown outstanding leadership. I'm excited to see Josan look like he did earlier in the season. It took him a while with the high ankle sprain. I think you're seeing Mir Ali, Sean Phillips played well until he fouled out. So we had a number of really good contributions. You're also seeing though the impact of Jaden Quaintance and then the rebounding, the defense. Our last 3 games, we've given up like 99, 91, and 113. So that's never happened since I've been here or close to it. But it's we're playing really good teams, and the good teams are playing well. But also, you miss someone that could have that kind of impact on the defensive end of the floor.
That trio freshman with Sam and Ali and Best, the guards, just really being able to score well. What does that say about how they can kind of carry this towards the end of the season and maybe carry them into the next year?
I said to Trevor after the game, it's a great learning experience for him because he played very well, particularly in the second half versus BYU. And doing that on your home floor and doing it in this environment are like 2 different things. He got lost some on defense off the ball, and they back cut him a couple times. So he'll improve on this and continue to get better. But he's got some good days ahead of him, as does Mir and Josan.
Alston, when you have a performance like this, but like Coach had alluded to, a lot of guys are scoring, but how do you feel just that your effort and your performance out there gave the team a boost?
I'm just trying to do my best being a leader out there, communicating with the guys, and it's a rough patch for us, and we're not really used to losing, but when we out here with young guys, I got to just keep their heads up and make sure like they in the right mindset.
Mason, when you hit that 3 to make it just a 3-point game, what is kind of the message in that huddle after Arizona takes that timeout with the game right in reach?
We can win, when it's a 1-possession game like that, anything can happen. And as we were undermanned today, it just kind of gave our team a little bit of hope, gave us a spark. So I was just telling the guys, just like, we're right here, like we can do this. So.
Only 4 turnovers today. Given the lineup that you guys had on the floor, that's a pretty admirable showing.
He had the ball a lot, so and he had a heck of a game. But yeah, we've improved on that in that department as the season's gone on. That was something that was a bit of an issue for us throughout the year, and we've done better at taking care of it, making better decisions out there.
You talked about obviously how Josan's been playing, but these last 3-4 games, do you feel, that this basketball legs finally came back under him, and that's what led to the confidence that he had shooting the ball?
Just how he's moving. He's moving like he was, again, before the injury, and it takes a lot of time, especially with a high ankle and, a guard that needs that mobility and stuff, and he's starting to really get into a good rhythm, a good groove out there.
Coach, although this isn't the result you wanted, what can you kind of take away from this performance into the last regular season game against Tech and then into the Big 12 tournament?
You just got to keep fighting. You can't give up ever. You never give in. You always, I would say a majority of the teams we played against, even though a lot of these have not amounted to victories, I think they've felt our presence in the game, and they've said, hey, man, I don't know if I love playing against them. Those guys are pretty scrappy, and they're going to battle, and we just got to keep doing that.
Coach, Alston was still diving on the floor with a minute left, down double digits. What does it mean to you to have players in rough times like these who are still putting everything out there, especially shorthanded?
It means everything to him, and I know it does. And he's going to have senior night on Saturday, and his dad played at ASU. It matters, putting on that jersey, and he's got a real future ahead of him, and so he's been locked in. We had a really good conversation. You remember that about a month ago?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And we talked just about point guards and leadership and different things. And I'm not saying that's the reason, but he's been pretty much on a tear, over the last month for us.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
So thank you.